Welcome to the Plenty of Pizza activity non-tech version. When you are in the classroom and you have the digital presentation pulled up, please skip this slide, and this slide as the instructions are wrong. For this lesson, you are simply going to need the pizza order forms and the pizza shop orders. On top of that, what JA of South Dakota does not provide is you are going to need markers. On page 14 of your volunteer guidebook, we have said all the colors you are going to need. If your teacher doesn't have all those colors or you don't, you can modify them as necessary. What you're going to do for this non-tech version is you are going to get the students into groups. You want about 6 people in each group. If you don't have that many, you could do groups of 5 if you want a few more groups, and jobs will just overlap. Before getting into the classroom, you are going to need to cut out the pizza shop orders. There is 18 total, so it's 2 sheets. So you're going to need to cut out both sheets and paper clip them together. That's going to be one full group. And then on the pizza orders, you're going to need to cut down the middle, and then there should be 9 pieces of paper, again, that you're going to paper clip together, and that will be one group. When the students are in groups, there will be many different jobs. The first job is the first student should read what is on the pizza shop order form. The second person is going to have this order form and write a number 1 at the top. We're making pizza number 1, and it's going to match order number 1. So if I'm the first in the group and I'm reading order 1, I say this is order 1. We're going to have tomato sauce, cheese, mushrooms, and pepperonis. Then the second person in the group is going to take this order form and mark everything that is said. Now, on the pizza shop orders, there is no crust, so every pizza is going to be round. So we said we want a round crust. They said cheese, so we're going to mark cheese. They said tomato sauce, so we would mark tomato sauce. They said mushrooms, so we would mark mushrooms, and they said pepperonis, so then we would mark pepperonis. So the first person reads, the second person marks everything down. The third and fourth person's job is to make the pizza. So I'm going to take this order form now and I'm going to say, okay, we want a round pizza with tomato sauce. So I'm going to flip to the back of the order form and draw my pizza. So we have a ton of tips on page 14. Page 14 of your volunteer guidebook is going to be your best friend for this activity. Since all the pizzas are round, what we're going to have students do is draw a round circle with the color of the sauce they are needed. So on order 1, it's tomato sauce. So we're going to take a red marker and draw a big circle. Then since we wanted cheese, we're going to take our yellow marker and fill in. Then we're going to have the second person put on the topping. So we wanted mushrooms. So I think mushrooms is brown for our cheat sheet code. So we would do brown mushrooms and pepperonis. So we want red pepperonis. Again, all what's checked will be on the front so they can check it anytime. So if I'm making my pizza and I say, oh shoot, what was the toppings? I can look back and say, oh yep, it was mushrooms and it was pepperonis. Then our last person is going to be the inspector. So they are going to inspect all the pizzas. So they should take this pizza shop order and look at order 1, then go to the back of order 1 and make sure that the pizza that the other 2 students draw looks and matches the order form. Because we want to talk to students about what the customer ordered needs to match what was made, because if we have pizzas that are wrong, it can lead to angry customers. Maybe they don't come back. It's a loss of money for the company. And maybe we could get fired because we keep making pizzas wrong. So as the students move through the process of creating pizzas, we want to make sure that they are very diligent to make sure that they have pizza 3 looks like this, and we're saying everything right. We're coloring it the correct colors because we really want to make sure that they are making them correctly. Then when the last person talks about or looks over all the pizzas and is kind of the inspector, then they're going to write down how many pizzas were made and how many pizzas were correct, because later on in the lesson, you are going to have the students fill out how many pizzas they made and how many were correct. The students get to get paid for it. And then you are going to be able to graph everything on the board per group. Again, it looks a little crazy. This is page 14, but everything you're going to need to know is on this page. We've got the color guide. We also have it on our website if you want to have it pulled up, or you can write it on the board. We've got the link on here, so you can just simply type that in or go to our website. We have some examples here that we actually had a student draw for us based on the order forms. Down at the bottom is teaching tips. We've got a description of what every student should be doing in the group. We have really laid it out for you here on page 14. So if you're using the non-tech version, we've given you a lot of the materials and the resources. So please make sure that you are looking into this before you get into class. As you're preparing, if you have any questions or you're a little confused by the game, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are more than happy to come talk to you on the phone more in depth about the game. Hope you enjoy the Plenty of Pizza non-tech version game.